Hello, welcome again to my channel, and this time we will talk about deferred annuity under engineering economy. Deferred annuity is an annuity where the first payment is made several periods after the loan has been made. So from the previous type of annuity, yung ordinary annuity, annuity siya na nag-i-start at the end of each period, no, which is yun yung normal na nangyayari sa annuity, yung ordinary annuity. Ngayon, the second type of annuity is deferred. It is an annuity where the first payment is made several periods after the loan has been made. So, meaning, once na nakapag-loan tayo, it's either cash or uh, house loan, car loan, or gadget na niloan natin, no? So, once na nag-loan tayo, meron pang several periods bago mag-start yung annuity natin. Again, yung annuity, yung series of equal payments occurring at equal interval of time, di ba? So, for example, ito may cash flow diagram tayo. Kung may present ka dito, ito yung niloan mo, may present ka. May several periods, so 1, 2, and so on. Ito nilagay ko letter T, no? After that, period na yun, tsaka pala mag-i-start yung annuity natin, no? So, kung ganyan, so, nag-loan ka today, 0 at 0, di ba? So, at present, tapos several periods pa muna bago mag-start yung annuity natin. Yan yung sinatawag na deferred annuity. Okay? Sir, may ganyan po ba, no? May ganyan ba sa real life sa pagbayad, no? Deferred ang tawag. Yes, merong ganitong ano, no, actual or in the future kapag ma-encounter niyo siya lalo na kapag more on ano sa credit cards, no. Parang swipe now, pay later, parang gano'n, no, which is made-deferred ng 3 months bago mag-start yung payment mo. It's either 3 months, 6 months depending on the ano yan, no, bank. So, solve tayo problem. Saan ba yan? Okay. So, example 1. On a parent on the day the child is born wishes to determine what lump sum would have to be paid into an account bearing an interest of 5% compounded annually in order to withdraw 25,000 pesos each year on the child's 18th, 19th, 20, 21st and 21st birthday, no? So kakapanganak pa lang niya, no, inisip niya na magkano kaya i-invest ko dito sa may account na 5% compound annually para yung birthday ng anak ko, pag naging 18 na siya, 19, 20, and 21st birthday niya, may makukuha siyang 25,000 each year, no? Ah, okay? So, itong lump sum na to, siguro kung di niyo pa narinig yung lump sum, ibig sabihin isang bagsakan, isang bayaran, no? So, inisip niya, pagkapanganak niya, on the day the child was born, ano, magkano yung isang bagsakan na pwede niyang i-invest para yung sa birthday ng anak niya, 18th, 19th, 20, 20th, and 21st birthday, makakatanggap siya ng 25,000 each year na may 5% compounded annually. No? Okay? So, isang bagsakan na payment. So, syempre, kakapanganak. So, 0 pa lang yung anak. So, 0 yung age, no? 0 yung year. So, pwede tayo buuin ko lang yung 21, no? Para mas maintindihan natin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Ayan, ito na yung 21, no? So, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay? So, sabi ano daw yung pwede nang i-invest niya ngayon. So, at 0. So, kung mag invest siya today, magkano, no? Yung i-invest niya today para magkaroon daw ng yearly uh, na 25,000 yung anak niya sa 18th birthday, no? So, sa 18th, yan, 19th, So, every year, siguro gagamitin to sa tuition fee ng anak niya, ano? Pinaghandaan niya na. Pero yung 25,000 each year, maano na, ano? Mababa na yan. So, sa ngayon. So, pang ano na lang yan. Ano bang pwede nung yung bilhin sa 25,000? Pang birthday na lang, ano? Okay? Ah, ito. So, ito yung annuity. No, 4 times siya na makakakuha ng 25,000 pesos na may interest na 5% compounded annually. So, annually. So, annually interest, annually payment. So, compatible. So, hindi na kailangan tawag dito, mag-convert, no, ng interest. So, annually interest, annual din yung annuity. So, walang problem. So, dito yung annuity, no? Tapos, ito yung present. So, gagawin natin, kukunin natin yung present. Again, pag ganitong may bakante, naka-deferred siya. So, gagawin lang natin siyang ordinary annuity, yung annuity dito, no? Paano natin gagawing ordinary annuity? Ito, again, ito yung pinakadulong annuity. Aatras ka lang ng 1 taon kung yearly yung annuity. Kung semi-annual, isang semi-annual na atras, no? Ito yung una mong focal point. Kukumpitin lang natin muna. So, parang ordinary annuity na siya, no? Ito yung 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tama? Parang ordinary annuity na yan. So, kukumpitin muna natin yung present ni annuity or yung present ni 25K, no? Which is, ilagay ko na lang dito yung present ni 25K is, ang formula natin, annuity times 1 minus 1 plus I na lang, no? Annual naman tayo. Raised to negative n all over I, which is, ang annuity natin ay 25,000 times 1 minus 1 plus 5%, 0.05 divided by 100, no? Raised to negative, ilang years yon from dulo ng annuity, 1, 2, 3, 4, no? Which is may 4 payment naman. Raised to negative 4 all over 0.05. So, yan, yung presently, 25,000. So, pwede nyo naman na i-solve, pero pwede rin naman as is muna para isahan yung ano natin, solving natin. Okay, once na nakuha na natin, kumbaga na simplify natin yung annuity into one cash flow. So, dito naman tayo sa remaining cash flow mag focus, no? So, magfo-focal point tayo dito sa pinaka-present. Tapos yung present ni 25,000, dadali naman din natin ng sa pinaka-present, which is parang normal compound interest na lang to. So, present in 25K times 1 plus I, which is ang interest natin ay 5%, 0.05 raised to, ilang years naman yung tinabel niya, no? From this point, papunta sa present, which is 0 to 17, no? So, that is negative 17. Okay? So, yun yung, ito yung T dun sa formula natin. So, no need nyo kabisaduhin tong formula na yan. Basta alam nyo yung concept ng, tawag dito, equation of values, compound interest. So, walang problem, no? Again, ang ginawa dito, sinimplify muna yung annuity, ginawang isang cash flow. Ito na, present ni 25,000. Tapos, isa na lang siya, naging present ng 25,000. Dadali natin sa pinaka-present, which is gamit ang compound interest formula. And kung ilang years yung tinabil nung present ni 25,000. So, nandun na siya sa pinaka-present. So, gagawin natin lahat ng, so, pababa yung present. So, pababa na lang unahin natin, equals sa pataas. Yung pababa natin ay present lang naman. Equals, yung pataas natin, ito. Present ni 25K times, pag-add ko na yung 1 plus 0.05, 1.05 raised to negative 17. Pero yung present ni 25K, ito yung green. Sulit lang natin ulit. 25,000 times 1 minus 1.05. Pinag-add ko na. Raised to negative 4 all over 0.05 times 1.05 raised to negative 17. So, ilan ang pinaka-present natin or the present or lump sum na kailangan uh, i-invest ng parent niya no para makakuha siya ng 25,000 every year yung anak niya sa 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st birthday niya. So 25,000 times 1 minus 1.05 raised to negative 4 over 0.05 times 1.05 raised to negative 17. Three, 8, 6, 7, 7, 0.1615. 1615. So, lagyan natin ang peso sign. So, ito yung kailangan i-invest ng parent niya, no? Pagka-anak pa lang niya, no? Hindi pa bayad yung bills, kakalabas lang eh. So, siguro yung tatay ang nag-isip niyan, no? So, 38,677.1615 para magkaroon yung anak niya ng 25,000 every year starting from 18 to 21st birthday, no? So, tanong niyo yung parent niyo, baka may ganyan din kayo, no? So, isang magandang investment 'yan kung halimbawa maging parent na rin kayo. So, savings, no, para sa future ng mga anak. Okay? Next example, ano yan? Yun. Okay? So, next example, a person buys a piece of property worth uh, a person buys a piece of property for 150,000 down payment. So, nag-down payment siya. And 10 deferred semi-annual payment of 75,000 each starting 3 years from now. What is the present value of the investment if the rate of interest is 11% compounded semi-annually? Okay? So, bumili ng property, nag-down na siya agad ng 1,500, pero yung monthly niya, meron pa siyang 10 monthly, no? Deferred semi-annual, di pala monthly, no? Semi-annual payment, 10 deferred semi-annual payment na worth 75,000. Pero mag-i-start yon starting, sa mediana, starting 3 years from now. Ang tanong, ano daw yung present value or pwede natin sabihin cash price ng property kung sakaling kinash niya nun yung property instead of installment, no? Again, mag-drawing tayo ng cash flow diagram. So, yun ang naman pinaka-importante. Parang ito na kasi yung pinaka-given natin. Okay? So, semi-annual, no? Sige, pa-down na lang din. So, ngayon, nag-down payment siya ng 150,000. Tapos, 3 years from now, so, 1, 2, 3, no? Ito yung 1, 2, 3. Magi-start daw yung 10 deferred semi-annual payment natin. So, ilan yun? Sabihin natin, ito yung 4 years, 5, 6, 7, 8. Try natin. So, saan magi-start yung 10 deferred semi-annual payment natin, no? So, ito yung mga semi-annual, no? Semi-annual, kalahati ng isang taon. So, after 3 years, so magi-start na siya, no? From the down payment. From the down payment, no? After 3 years, 1, 2, 3, tsaka magi-start na yung deferred payment niya, di ba? So, dito pa lang magi-start na siya, no? Pababa sa 3. Hindi dito sa per semi-annual after 3, no? Kasi after 3 years eh. After 3.5 years na yon kung dito kayo magi-start, no? Sa gitna ng 4. So, after 3 years, magi-start na yung 10 deferred payments. So, 1, 2, na semi-annual. 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, meron pa ba dun sa 8? Wala na, no? Wait lang. Ayan. Again, no, magi-start 3 years from now. So, dito sa 3, magi-start, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, wala ka na dito sa dulo dapat ng 8. Kasi 10 deferred payment lang naman, no? Semi-annual payment. So, pag nilagyan mo pa ng 8 pababa, 11 na yon, which is mali na. So, itong annuity natin is 7,500. Okay? Ang tanong, so ito yung pagbayad natin, no? Yung down payment na 100,000, tapos yung annuity, yung deferred annuity. So, anong binabayaran natin? So, dapat pataas, no? Yung pinaka-present natin dapat dito. Kasi, itong cash price or present value, hindi mo naman to binayaran eh. Ito yung babayaran mo. Kasi kung pinababa mo yan, babayaran mo siya kasi payment yung pababa natin. Yung pataas natin, how much yung babayaran mo o yung niloan mo, no? Which is, ito yung hinahanap natin. Magkano daw itong present value ng property or pwede natin sabihin yung cash price ng property. Okay? Ayan. With interest na nominal interest, 11%, compounded, semi-annual. So, semi-annual interest na and semi-annual payment, again, hindi na natin kailangan i-convert yung interest. Okay? So, again, paano gagawin? Dahil semi-annual to, ang gagawin natin, yung unang-unang semi-annual na cash flow, yung una ng annuity, aatras ka ng isang semi-annual. Okay? Kasi semi-annual yung example natin, yung payment. Unlike dun sa una, unlike dito sa una, no, dahil yearly yung annuity, umatras ka ng isang annuity para ma-determine yung zero. Pero yung sa pangalawang example natin, ay semi-annual siya. No? Semi-annual yung payment. So, atras ka ng isang semi-annual. So, dito ka magkukuha ng present ng annuity. Okay? Para, pwede natin sabihin, ito yung 0, first year, no? Second year, third year, fourth year, and then 5 years kasi 10 annual, semi-annual payments, no? So, parang ang pinaka-ano nga lang talaga dito gagawin nyo is yung deferred annuity, gagawin nyo muna siyang ordinary annuity. Kumbaga, ito lang muna yung focus natin. Tapos, kukumputin mo lang muna yung present ng annuity, no? Dito. Yun lang yung gagawin natin. So, once na naintindihan natin yung ordinary annuity, so, solve lang natin yung present ni annuity, which is yung present ng 7,500. That is 7,500 times 1 minus, dahil semi-annual tayo, 1 plus IN, 0.11, no? 11% over 2 kasi semi-annual. Raised to ilang years yon? Ito, yung tinravel niya. That is 5 years. Negative 5 times 2 kasi semi-annual, or 5 times 2 is 10. Ibig sabihin may 10 semi-annual payments dito na nangyayari. All over 0.11 over 2. No? Ayan. So, nasolve na natin si presenting annuity. Ang gagawin naman natin ulit, dahil na-simplify na natin siya into one cash flow, yung present ng annuity. So, magpo-focal point na tayo sa pinaka-present, which is nandun yung present worth or yung cash price. So, papapuntahin natin siya sa pinaka-present. So, present the annuity times 1 plus 0.11 over 2 kasi semi-annual, no? Raised to ilang years naman to, no? Yan. From this point, kalahati lang to, no? 1 year. Ito, 1 year to buo. 1 year. 2 years. 2 and a half, no? Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 semi-annual. Or 2 and a half. So, raised to negative 2.5 times 2. Diba? 2.5 times 2 is 5, which is may semi-annual period doon sa tinravel niya. Okay? Ayan. So, dahil nasa focal point na pinaka-present lahat ng cash price natin, so, pwede na tayong equation of values, no? Lahat ng pataas equals lahat ng pababa. So, yung pataas natin dito is just yung present lang, no? Yung pababa natin, nag-down payment tayo sa present ng 1,500. So, isasama natin yan. 150,000 pala, no? And then, plus, yung present ng annuity, ito, times 1 plus 0.11 over 2 raised to negative 5. 2.5 times 2, no? Is 5. And then, yung present ni annuity, ito naman, i-substitute natin doon, no? Dito. So, yung equivalent present value is 1,500 pesos, 150,000 pesos plus present nung 7,500. 1 minus 1 plus 0.11 over 2 raised to negative 5 times 2 is 10 all over 0.11 over 2. No, kinapi ko lang to. Yan. Then, we have the present value of, okay, so 150,000 plus 7,500 times, may kulang pa pala, no? Sorry. So, ito pa. Yung present ng annuity, ito pa lang yon, ita times pa natin tong yung compound interest. Times 1 plus 0.11. So, wag nyo kalimutan, ha. Minsan, dyan talaga nagkakamali. Imbis na tama na, yun, nakalimutan i-times yung isa pang factor. Kahit sa ibang course or subject, no, nakakalimutan yung ganyan pag solving. Iba na yung nasulat sa second row. So, again, solve. So, 150,000 plus 7,500 times 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 0.11 over 2 raised to negative 10 all over 0.11 divided by 2 times 1 plus, so 1 to, ha, 1 yan, 1 plus 0.11 divided by 2 raised to negative 5. Ilan sagot nyo? So, 193 193,254 254.7235. So, ayan yung answer natin for the second problem. So, the total present worth or cash price ni property ay 193,254.7235. Okay? So, ito lang, no? So, nag-down siya ng 150,000 kung kaya mo ibuo na, no? Yung i-cash price na yung property na 193, mas okay pa din. Kasi magkano ba lahat ng babayaran niya, no? Yung 75,000 times 10 mo yan, that is 75,000, no? So, yung 75,000 plus 150,000, ang total na binayad mo ay 225,000, which is mas mura talaga, syempre, kapag cash price ka. Okay? Okay, so, again, para mas masanay pa sa mga problem, so maghanap kayo ng problem, magbasa kayo ng book, try to answer yung mga problem sa book para mas maging familiarize, no? Ma-familiarize kayo sa mga problem ng mga ganito kahit sa course pa yan. Okay, so thank you again for watching. God bless.